I had a buggy, a special needs buggy for my son who's got special needs. It was a double buggy that I got because I had another little one. And basically my little girl was underneath. So there's one on top, one underneath. And she got her finger caught in the wheel of this buggy. At the time, I was pushing it very, very slightly, and she put her finger in, and it was like a blade, what I can only describe of a meat slicer, a disc, that sort of size. And she got her finger, and I didn't know what actually happened for some time. Ambulance come and she was brought into hospital. I didn't even know whether she'd lost her fingers, and she had to have plastic surgery, an operation, plastic surgery. This was quite a few, 2018. I haven't as yet done anything about it. Basically, I just have not had any time. My son takes up 24/7 of my time. I got the buggy in up north somewhere, but it was manufactured in Germany, and I just wanted to know where or what could I still do, because the company that I got it from didn't want to know. They said they had never had anything like this. They've sold lots of them. And when we went to sort of find out where the company in Germany, they sent a letter in German, and we don't speak German and we don't translate.
Okay. Julie, how old is your daughter?
My daughter is 5. She was 2, she was a year and a half, 2 when it happened. It happened on the 18th of August, 2018.
Okay. So let's deal with one important point first, which is that your daughter, normally with personal injury claims, which is what this is, you have to bring your claim within 3 years. But when somebody is under 18 years old, time doesn't start running until they hit 18, which means your daughter can bring a claim at any point up to 21 years old, which means the fact it was 3 years ago doesn't actually stop you bringing a claim. Which is a relief. So if there's a claim, the fact you've not done anything doesn't matter. You haven't lost the chance to bring your claim. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the sorts of claims that there might be, your daughter would be bringing a claim for personal injury. It would have to be against the manufacturer because she doesn't have a contract with the shop you bought it from. You have a contract with the shop you bought it from, and you're not the one who suffered the injury, so you don't have a claim to bring against the shop. I know that sounds ridiculous. It is a little bit ridiculous, but that's what the law says. So the claim is against the manufacturer if you can show that the buggy was defective. Now, I'm not an expert on buggies, but I know sometimes buggies can be defective. But is there any because that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen if the buggy's working properly.
No.
Is there any possibility that the buggy either wasn't assembled properly or had been damaged?
No. Basically, I'd got it. I was using it for a few months, if that. Now, nothing could have sort of damaged it. Basically, if you could imagine looking at a wheel and not having well, at the time, obviously, we wouldn't have even thought. But basically, like I said, it's like a ring, like the size of a slicing machine, because the wheels are quite terrence. It was a jogger twist.
Yep.
That's not hopefully giving away a name, but that's what it was called. So the wheels were quite big, but she had managed, sitting in her seat, which was all tied, she was strapped in, her finger was able to go through like a spike to get her finger into that space. Yeah,
it does sound like there's the possibility, and I put it no higher than that, the possibility of a manufacturing defect. What I would do, Julie, is get in touch with trading standards, because the alternative is bringing a claim against the German manufacturer, which has all sorts of problems attached to it. Amongst other things, it wouldn't even be clear whether English law or German law applied.
Yeah.
But the trading standards will be able to help you because they are there to protect the interests of consumers where products are dangerous. And there's a piece of legislation called the Consumer Protection Act, which is the piece of legislation you'd rely on to bring a claim on behalf of your daughter where a product you buy is dangerous. Either speak to trading standards, or you can go to a no-win, no-fee firm of solicitors and tell them you want to bring a claim on behalf of your daughter under the Consumer Protection Act, and they'll be able to take it from there. But Julie, you're doing the right thing. You sound incredibly brave. You sound like an absolutely wonderful mother who's just putting the interests of your two children first. And you've got time on this one. You've got time because you've got until your daughter's 21.